Plaza.
We want them to know that we love them.
We want them to know that we love them.
We appreciate them.
We appreciate them.
And we support them.
And we support them.
We welcome you to come with us.
We welcome you to come with us.
And we also know that many people are tired.
That many people are tired.
And have families.
And have families.
So if you need to go home, please go home with a partner.
Please go home with a partner.
Please be safe.
Please be safe.
And please come back again.
And please come back again.
Because I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe. I believe. I believe. That we will win.
Ain't nobody want to put you in that damn camera. We need black faces, not white.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
I'm not in a good space.
Can I have a few words from you?
Yes.
Can you tell me what is happening now and why, and how you link the Ayotzinapa case with this brutal police?
Well, how we link that Ayotzinapa case with our case is that they're both cases where the government is corrupt and there's still no justice. In Mexico, they still don't know what happened to their children. They still don't know where their children are, and the government is not holding anyone accountable. It's the same thing in New York City where police officers are killing unarmed civilians and they're not even getting charged, and that's all we ask. People scream about black on black crime, but when that happens, we get arrested, we get charged, and we go through due process. We want the cops to go through the same due process that we go through, because it's wrong. People are celebrating when they make it to be 25. That shouldn't be a celebration in the black community. We should have dreams, we have hopes, we want to go to college, we want to raise families, but when you have police talking about community policing or coming into urban neighborhoods and overpopulating it, and they don't have any clue on how to interact with the communities because they don't live in the communities. So we want permanent residency for NYPD. If you don't live in New York City, you cannot work in New York City. If you live in Westchester, then go be a police officer in Westchester or Orange County. But we need more people that look like us dealing with us in our communities.
Thank you very much for mentioning Ayotzinapa case and the 43 students was kidnapped by the government. We got the same enemy. This is happening all over the world. They take our land, they kill us, they take our resources, and police, they are part of the system. What do you think about them? About the police? What do you think? How we can wake up them?
Honestly, the police need to learn how to work with the community. They're not working with the community. They come in our community and they stand there like watchtowers and stuff. We don't feel comfortable. You want to know why there's so much crime? Because no one is going to call the cops. No one trusts the cops to come. So they handle it themselves. And yes, it may not be the right way. And yes, unfortunately, it does result in death. But that's because it is in the community not to go to the police, to stay far away from the police. Parents teach their children, stay away from them. Do not go for help. When I was growing up, we were supposed to go to them for help, and that's how I was raised. But unfortunately, in the last 20 years, the first thing that started with me was when Anthony Baez was shot, because I'm from the Bronx, okay? And when that happened, and then you have another officer who paralyzed a man with her car, and lied about it, and then when the video came back, they retracted it. So what's happening now is a community that has woken up and has learned that when you see police engaging with the community, you film the police. Okay?
We have the right to
We have
to
the right
tape
to
the
film them, and you
police
need to film
activity.
them because no one is holding them accountable. Okay? When Akai Gurley died in the staircase, instead of them calling EMS, what possibly could have saved his life, he called his union rep. So his life didn't matter. When they choked Eric Garner for untaxed cigarettes, that probably should have been a ticket or a night in jail, not death, not a foot in his head. You know, Pantaleo had his knee in his head, keeping him on the ground. You don't even treat a dog like that. So why is a black man allowed to be treated like that and no one goes to jail? And instead, you ask the taxpayers to pay a 24-hour security detail because he's now afraid for his life? Then he should move. He killed a man. Why are we paying for it? I'm a taxpayer. I shouldn't be paying for his security.
Right.
Especially when there's no security at the Garner family house. None of them. Not one. Not any of his children have security. Not his wife. Not his mother. There's no security. So why are we protecting this cop? Why isn't he indicted? Why is he going to jail? Why is he still working with the NYPD? So how are we supposed to trust people when you have cops like Pantaleo, cops like the Asian gentleman that shot Akai Gurley when he wasn't even supposed to be in the building? It's just a cycle, and it needs to stop. If they want respect, they need to start giving us respect. They need to come in our neighborhoods and understand that you're in a neighborhood of color, you're dealing with people of color, and it's a different culture to whatever you're used to in Westchester or whatever. Come in our communities with respect, and that's what you'll be met with. But they don't, so that's why we're here where we are today.
There is a lot to fix in the community, in the system. So we're gonna work together. Like they said before, no matter if you brown, no matter if you black, no matter if you yellow, we are the same people suffering the same abuse. So could you invite to the people to the next action, when gonna be, or how to join the
I mean,
group?
there's many Facebook pages and stuff like that where people follow. The next action, I'm not really sure because there'll probably be a bunch, but I know the next big anniversary that we have coming up, Kayem Livingston, she was a young lady who was taken into custody after a fight with her grandmother. She complains about having diarrhea and her stomach hurt. She complained for 6 hours. Her cellmates complained for her, and they let her stay there. When I believe she died or was about to, at her last few moments, they called the ambulance, but they still didn't come until 30 minutes later. She was found dead in the cell. My thing is, where's accountability? Why is it that someone is removed from their house from a domestic abuse incident, and then the next thing they're in a cell dead? How does that happen? Even with the activist that we have now that's missing, where is Sandra Speaks? Where is she? How has that happened? How did she die in police custody? She was pulled over for a traffic offense. How did she die? How did she die in their custody? We want answers. And people need to understand that from now on moving forward, every time you kill an unarmed civilian,
Show the black nation.
yeah,
That's all.
you wanna once you see that, you know, that's happening, what happens then? How are we supposed to feel? We're not safe. And then who do we go
We are
to for
not.
protection? Who do you go to for protection? Where are these kids? You know, people are going across the world and worrying about all of these issues. We have issues right here. Right here. The Mexican community still doesn't have answers. The black community doesn't
Nobody
have
have
answers.
answers.
Why? You understand? So we're always going to be in solidarity with Mexico. We have your back.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Let
you
me
for-
give you a hug. Bro, sister, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. We are with you, and you will love. Thanks a lot. Thank you, brother.
Hi.